Okay, so what we're going to be moving on to now is how I do things. I'm going to do a bit of work on the home page, add some of the client's images onto it, and start making it look a bit more personal for them. Okay, so if we go across, how we're going to do this is inside here of pages, where we sort of briefly covered a few minutes ago, and I'm going to come down to the home page. So if you click on Edit, it'll just open up. It's called Home. Okay, and it's got all this different stuff on here. I'm not going to really worry about much of that at the moment. I'm going to come across to here, Edit with Elementor. Okay, so Elementor is the web page design software we're going to use. Okay, so you can see it. This is where the images are, where the text is, and all this sort of stuff. Okay, so I'm going to come in. Okay. Now the reason it's put a capital is because the settings are to capitalize. So if we come into typography, we can switch that off. So it's here, it's on the default. I'm going to put to normal, and that will just do that. Because I've got the capital M and the capital M's in the title, it will just copy what I've got in here. I want this to be the H1 tag, so you only have one H1 tag per page. I'll change all this later on to something a bit more specific. Okay, view the collection. So we'll take that. That will take us through to the actual shop page. What we can do, it can take us down to there if we want. Some collection information. Okay. So if we want to change this background image, be under here, style. They're using a slider, so I'm going to design a slider. The size of images they're using, if you click on it, it will tell you. 1920 by 1052. I'm going to probably make them a slightly different size, so that it all fits on one page, because there's a lot of space at the top here. So if you want to reduce this space, obviously it's got a lot of space because it was a transparent header. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that down to 50. Bottom down to 50. If we update this, the good thing is if we click onto our actual home page, this was as it was when we first started. If we refresh, we're going to start seeing what we're working on. So then you can come in, you can make changes here, and you can see exactly what's going on. Okay. So if we want to change backgrounds and styles, the page is both broken into columns and rows, so we've got a big row here, separate columns, and then inside we've got little widget areas, so we can go in and change different elements. So you click on it, change this element, change this, or if you want you can double click up here and you can drag and drop in any of your new elements. Okay, now this here are the products. We're going to cover products in a bit. Some different bits, they're quite nice anyway, so I'm just going to leave them. And what I need to do, I'm going to come in, I'm going to find some images from the client to use as a background image. So I'm going to have a look, I'm going to open up Photoshop, and if you remember we used size 1920 1052. I'm going to OK that. And we've got a new size in there. Shrink it down. File, open. I'm going to go and find, here's all their photographs. So let's have a look in and see what we've got. That's just standard power on logos. Let's go to these London shoots and see what we've got in here. You want to maximise them. That's quite a cool one, I like that. So I'm going to open that one. So then we select all, edit, copy, edit, paste that in. And then we're going to have to shrink it down. So what I'm actually going to do there, I'm going to make the image, no, we'll keep it as that. File, save as. Name. And save this one as a JPEG because it's a smaller 357. And if you remember, we'll go and put it through tiny PNG again. Download that. And here, because we want to change this big background image, style of that area, I'm going to edit the gallery. Get rid of these two. Select files. That downloads area. Insert that. There you go. So we're also going to change, I don't like this coloration that we've got here, so we're going to change that. This is done in the background overlay, so we're going to use just our black and white, so the hex code for black is 6 zeros, for white it's 6 Fs. And you can choose all sorts of different things that you can do here. See where these location. I'm going to do it there, 270. If this halfway. There we go. If I wanted to change the opacity of it, this is how see-through it is. Put it to 70. And then add this Ken Burns effect somewhere, which I'm sure it makes it zoom in. That doesn't seem to do anything. Direction in. Well, we'll have a look, see what happens. And change. I'll update that. Okay, so now if we go to our, I'll show you this as well. Earlier we changed the site icon, so now we've got our M up there. There we go. So now we've got Mr. Man with the t-shirt there. And now, see these different images? We go through. This one here is on a column, so click there, style, the size they're using is a square, so 1000 by 1000. Look at these. Square, again, just a smaller square. 600 by 600. That one's more rectangular, but you probably get away with a square anyway. 1000 by 548. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to create some images. I'm going to choose some. We'll do them all the same. Do them all at 800 by 800. Which is your best WooCommerce size for products anyway. Shrink it down. I'm going to have a look for some other good pictures. So, no. One for men. One for women, but that's the same t-shirt. That's quite a cool one. Let's see if we've got one that's one of the ladies. Yeah, that's quite cool. So, turn that one. So copy. Put that into a square image. Okay, so we're happy with that one. File. Save as. So here's a JPEG. Yeah, I'm a bit quiet here because I'm just working away. Okay, well, so I've done 3 there. I'll do more later on. So they were all in Photo Shoot London 2. And then do one for the men's collection. So media, here for the ladies. As you can see, we've got these colorations happening here, so I'm going to get on and change them. Also put this space here maybe. So where we put these images, you can see you can do different things. You can move it around, scroll them. So we're going to scroll, which means they're fixed. If I changed it to fixed, it means the image will stay the same on the background. So it adds different things. Just click on it and see what you like. And go background overlay. We're going to change again. We're going to go for a black and a white. Just clear actually. Half. Okay. But what I'm going to try and do is make them so 90. 50. And then on this one, instead of 90, we're going to go to 70. Location 50. And change this font color to make the size slightly smaller. We can link these later. And we'll change the style of that colour. You can either choose a colour or you can put it back to its default. So as you can see there, we just start playing around with things. So like here, we might be able to, put a background onto here. Backgrounds, we want it to be a certain colour to make the thing pop. Same as here. I'll put a background. A lot of it is really messing around, seeing what it does, and seeing what you like. Okay, So in fact I'm going to get rid of the overlay because I don't like it. So get rid of that. I'll just clear it another way. Now that's better. Background overlay. Get rid. And say like here where the white is, so if I didn't want it to be quite as white, I'll come into the background. And here I've got transparency, so I can make it a little bit see-through. C4. That one I'm going to do the same. C4 as well. Like that. And here these dudes. Let's see one, the lassie. We'll do that background for that text. Do it in black so it looks different to the others. And change her background overlay. Change that to black as well. Just to darken it up a little bit. There you go. It's a bit nice, quite moody. Free shipping. Centralise that. Centralise that. And be honest, bin that button. So delete it. Okay, so what I did there, went back to my main menu and I dragged in the button that we styled earlier. Okay, so then if I wanted to add other things to it, I can do it there. You can add an icon. You can add an icon to it. I'll do all this later as we go along, and I'll find a decent picture for the background. Okay, that's going to be a review. We've got 25% off, and then the products. So all I've tried to do there is just sort of make it a bit more about their branding and bringing that into a bit of play there. So that, get rid of that, delete that one, and we can bring in a new button. And what I'm going to do, put that there, and I'm going to change the colour. So I'm going to go text colour, it's now going to be in black. And then the background colour can be in white, so it just changes with our thing, and then when they hover, it'll go to text colour white, and then we'll leave that as the grey as it was earlier, 68, 68, 68. Now another little great thing we can do here, we can put a pulse grow onto it, so it does a little bit like that. You can do all sorts of things. Just click on it and do all sorts. You can add a border to it. So I'll put a black border on it. We've got the radius already on now, and we can even add a little shadow. I don't really see it here because it's dark background. But yeah, so there's all sorts. You'll see me messing around with this later on anyway.